So a very big welcome to you in this very last module. Congratulations for making it all the way through to the end. You can pat yourself on the back. In the last module, you got to know yourself, working with your personality type, getting to know your character strengths, getting to know your values, your guides of beingness, and also starting to work with heart intelligence as you develop a greater and deeper relationship with yourself. Now in this module, you will be challenged to use this knowledge you have gained to rise to new challenges that contribute to your growth, psychologically, spiritually, and even financially. In this topic, you'll be challenged to develop your skills as you rise to achieving a personal or work goal, using your strengths and values to support you as you induce the flow. We will therefore look at what the flow entails and how you can induce this flow. So, what is the flow? Have you ever been completely involved in what you're doing? You are completely focused and concentrating on the task at hand. There is this feeling of ecstasy where you feel you are outside everyday reality. You have great inner clarity. You know what needs to be done and you know how well you're doing because you're getting feedback. You know what you're doing is achievable because your skills are adequate to the task. You have a sense of serenity, no worries about your physical needs in the moment. You feel you are operating beyond the boundaries of the ego. There is a sense of timelessness and you feel you are part of a bigger picture. If you have felt this, then you know the flow. Why is being in the flow so important for our well-being? Well, when we are in the flow, there is better emotional regulation because we are present to the moment. There is greater enjoyment and fulfillment because people in the flow enjoy what they're doing. Research shows that when we're in the flow, we feel a sense of self-actualization where we are realizing and fulfilling our talents and potential. We have this intrinsic motivation. We are doing it for ourselves, not for others or for financial reward, and there is increased engagement where we are fully focused on the task at hand. It also improves our performance around our creativity in our respective fields as we learn, grow, and develop our skills through this intrinsic motivation. So, how do we induce the state of flow? Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, a psychologist and author of Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience, illustrates how we can find the flow. On the y-axis, there is the level of challenge, and on the x-axis, the level of skill. The center represents the average level of challenges and skills. Now, when the challenges are low and the skills required to meet these challenges low, for example, when we do menial chores or watch TV, we feel bored or we may feel apathy. As our challenges rise and we have relatively low skills to address hassles or work issues, we worry or we feel anxiety. When our skills are moderately high in relation to the lower challenges, such as reading a book or performing leisurely activities we enjoy, we feel relaxed. When our skills are relatively higher and our challenges relatively higher, for example, when we drive a car, we feel a sense of control. And when our skills are moderately high and our challenges high, for example, when we are learning something new, we experience stimulation. So far, flow is not found in any of these areas. However, when we stretch our skills and our challenges around a favorite activity, then we begin to experience the flow. So from this diagram, we can get an idea of how to induce the flow. First, choose the work you love. Seek projects you love doing or something you are passionate about. It's hard to lose oneself in work we hate doing. Second, choose an important task or goal around this work you love doing. There is work that is easy and unimportant, and then there is work which will make a long-term impact on your career and in your life. Choose the latter, as it will be much better use of your time and flow. Third, make sure that your task or goal is challenging, but not too hard. If the task is too easy, you'll complete it with little effort or concentration. If it is too hard, you'll feel anxiety or stress, which cuts off your creativity. This may take some trial and error to find tasks that are the appropriate difficulty. Fourth, make some time to focus on this task, ideally a quiet peak time. It could be any time where you feel most energized during the day and where you have limited distractions, even if it is a lunch hour or in the evenings if your day is too busy. What is important alongside making some quiet time is to do this when you have the energy. If you're too tired, it'll be difficult to induce the flow. Fifth, make sure all distractions are eliminated. Turn off notifications from your phone, social media, and email, and remove yourself away from any distracting sounds. There is some music available on YouTube to help you improve your concentration and focus, so you can use this if you wish to. Finally, focus on the process, not the end state. While having a goal is important, flow requires enjoying the journey and not just fixating on the end result. Allow yourself to simply live in the present moment, savoring the experience without worrying too much about the ultimate outcome of your efforts. Now, in Workbook 9, Exercise 1, you are challenged to induce your flow. Set a challenging goal, but not too difficult that you feel discouraged, around an activity you enjoy doing at work or at home, and which is meaningful to you. This could be a project you would like to initiate at work, or a hobby you would like to take to the next level. You can work with the WHOOP methodology as you write out your wish, the outcome, the obstacle, and the if-then plan around this goal. Break the goal down into small, measurable gestures. For example, if you want to challenge yourself to enter a photography competition, the first gesture would be to see what competitions you could enter. The next gesture would be to obtain the entry form. The third gesture would be to submit the entry form. Some gestures you identify may include refining your skills to help you achieve the goal. For example, learning a new technique to improve the quality of your photographs. Small gestures break down a challenging goal into bite-sized chunks and allow one to get immediate feedback once we have completed them. This feedback energizes us forward through the dopamine rush we receive when we complete a task. Focusing on the gestures also ensures we focus on the process, not the outcome. Now, you can also reflect on how your character strengths and values can support you in meeting this challenge. Be creative and find new ways to use your strengths to support you towards your goal. For example, if your strength is bravery, how can you use this to help stretch your goals and skills? If you value accuracy, how can this value ensure you are on track to achieving your goal? The most important part of flow, I feel, is that it should be a process of play rather than this dragon that you have to slay. Now, as you start moving towards this goal and setting yourself up for challenges, it is important to have a growth mindset. So in the next topic, we will explore the characteristics of a growth mindset as opposed to those of a fixed mindset. Now, as we finish off, I leave you with a quote by Charlotte Erickson. Spend more time doing things that make you forget about the time. So I will see you in the next topic, and until then, take care and stay aware.